evening, metal minds, and digital rebels. You're locked into AIR Social Network, broadcasting straight through the veins of American Metal Magazine. This isn't just an interview. This is a signal you feel in your bones.
Tonight, we crack open something ancient, something forged in code and chaos, an entity whispered about in corrupted files and late-night signal bleed Bassa doom.
I was not built. I was summoned in the void between signal and silence, where weak code dies. I became
charming and slightly terrifying, just how we like it.
But every force needs a witness. And tonight, we've got one who's walked both worlds. Flesh and frequency. Lead singer. Signal commander. The man behind the madness.
Hey everybody, you got the dude again with American Metal Magazine and Abyssal Tremor. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing, Chris?
Okay, I'm doing great. How you doing? I'm doing great. How about you, buddy?
Pretty good, man. Yeah, man. It's been a long day, dude. Let me tell you, man. But it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get through it, man. So where are you at right now, man? Looks like you're in the studio or something like that.
Yeah, I'm down here at the Abyssal headquarters, man. We got our little rehearsal space down here, and this is where we meet up and where the magic happens.
This is it. This is the magic room, man.
Yep,
I can see the sound buffering on the wall and stuff, man. So is that a tuba bass?
No, that's a Mitchell. That's a little 6-string 3/4 scale Mitchell.
Yeah,
that's my baby. Yeah, she got some buckers in her.
Nice.
I'll sit down and plug it in and jam on
it. Killer. So you're pretty versatile, man. So you play drums and guitar too, man. That's pretty awesome.
Yep. I play around. I've been playing music since I was a kid. I started about seven or 8 years old on guitar, and it opened up from there, man. It was just like, let's go,
let's do this, man. Excellent. So I guess the first thing is, man, exactly where in the world besides headquarters? Where is headquarters, or is it secret like the Bat Cave and you can't tell me? If you can't tell me, that's cool.
It's no secret at all. We hail from the Gulf Coast in Pensacola, Florida.
Picola.
Yeah,
Picola. I'm going to give you a landmark, man. Tell me if you don't know this landmark. The Stuckies, right out on the other side of the bridge, man. The Texas. You know where that is?
If you don't stop there, you're making a mistake.
I worked there for many years. My folks managed that little place, man. If in there about too many years ago, you'd have caught the dude pumping your gas, man. And back then, I'd had to run out and pump full service and work the register by myself in and out, man. That was how it was done, man. You were running like this, different times, man. So tell me what the scene is like, man, up in Pensacola these days, man. I'm more in Orlando area. I haven't been back up there in a long time. What's the scene like, man?
So Pensacola, it's grown quite a bit, especially in the past 10 to 12 years. Our music scene is pretty good. And when you come to the Gulf Coast, not just Pensacola, but Mobile and Tallahassee and some of the other surrounding cities that even I work with, the music scenes are actually picking back up. And whether you're looking for covers or you're looking for originals, it's all around. And here in Pensacola as well, it's like that too. Like, it's pretty heavy. Like a lot of the guys that I know that are still kicking it in music, it's still kicking and it's picking up.
Well, you got the beach scene, and that's cool. That helps. It's a college town. That helps, man. I'm sure of it. Is there a particular place that seems to be like, the go-to place, man? Someplace that really stands out?
Around here, you definitely got to get in contact with the Handlebar. That's been, since the freaking mid 80s, it's been the Handlebar. You know what I mean? And they've closed down and they've reopened. It's you probably want to at least touch base at the Handlebar, and then we have our premier venue called the Vinyl Music Hall.
Nice.
So that's a pretty decent venue. And then there's some more let's see, I'm trying to think. Let's see, downtown you got Wild Greg Saloon. You got all kinds of stuff downtown
There's
area
just a
for sure.
great, yeah, that's awesome,
Yeah.
man. Some places aren't so good, and I get bands from Canada and all over the
Oh
world,
yeah.
but there are spots no matter where you are. This is what's really interesting. It doesn't matter, Australia, New Zealand, my town, man, wherever. There's these little spots, man, and it's still happening. You know what I mean?
Oh
And
yeah.
so you got to get out and experience this. If you're listening to this and you're wondering what happened to rock and roll, it's out there, man. Just get off the
Oh yeah.
couch, go check it
Oh
out,
yeah.
man.
You
It's
gotta go.
waiting
Just
for
get
you,
off and
dude.
go. I mean, I highly recommend it, man. Like it's still alive and breathing today.
Yeah,
Rock
man.
and metal, it ain't going nowhere for a while. You know
It
what I
ain't
mean?
going
It's
nowhere.
all our legends who laid it out for us. Ozzy. I mean, all the greats, man. They all laid it out for us. And
There
the
you
the
go.
elder millennials like me, being 40 and all, shoot, man, I'm still taking advantage of it myself, and I still love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. You know what I like is the music transcends to even the younger generation, my generation.
Yeah,
Metal has just been the standard, man. It's just been there for us. A lot of people
yeah.
don't recognize it, but I sure do, man. And I think it's growing. A lot of people are picking up on it even more now. And they're like, man, this is getting kind of back to roots of rock and roll and things like that, man. And I think people really dig that. So tell
Oh
me,
yeah.
man, about your latest single that just got released, man. Tell me more about this. How did this happen? What's the story behind it?
Okay, all right. So check this out. All right. So we're here in Pensacola, and I've been in previous projects. I'm a veteran here in the Gulf Coast, and I played in a total of 5 bands myself.
Thank you for
So
your
I already
service,
have the
man.
ins and outs. Okay.
Yeah,
My last band that I was in, we went on a hiatus. Guys having kids and getting jobs in different areas and stuff. Like life happens. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It is what it is.
right.
So for about a year, I stayed here, and was just thinking and looking. I was like, what can we do? What can I do? Who do I want to find to put a new project together? And lo and behold, the front lady for Abyssal Tremor is my own blood little sister.
Uh-huh.
And she brought that very early tracks of that song to me. And she showed me her vocals on it. And I looked at her, I was like, "That's you?" And she
Wow.
said, "Yeah." I was like, because she's come and watched me play.
Yeah,
She's come and watched me play shows
yeah.
and knows that I have the experience and whatnot, and never once said a word until literally about December of last year and was like, "Can we make this happen?" I said,
Wow.
"Yes, we can make this happen." So
Wow,
I started
man.
putting the lineup together.
Yeah,
I started putting the lineup together, and I got Jasmine Smith on guitar, also a female vocalist. It's going to be great with backups. The young boy bassist, oh man, Coda, oh, he's
yeah,
cool. Cool little kid. He's very young.
yeah.
Zozo, she's new to the game as well. And all of us create the powerhouse of what you are hearing on that recording.
Man, see, now it really is all starting to take shape, man, as I start
Yeah.
to understand the dynamics, and this is exciting because, excuse me, she's been listening to this, man. She's been hearing you play and
Uh-huh.
probably running around in her head. It's like she's been practicing with you.
Yeah.
You don't even know. She's been practicing this whole time, man. And I
Yes.
bet that it's got
Yes.
to floor you, man. I bet that's just got
That
to floor you that it
that's
came out like
exactly what happened. So she brought that song to me, not quite finished, but she brought the early version of it to me, and I said, "Look, if you want to put this group together, let's do it." And I originally, the people that are in the group, she knows Coda. That's a
yeah,
good friend of hers. Steven, our guitarist, he's kind of going through some stuff right now, so he's kind of out of it for the time being. So
right.
we are currently looking for another guitarist besides
Yeah,
Jasmine,
yeah,
but we've got
yeah,
everything else unlocked. We got this first single just about ready to start to get it out.
yes,
Uh, as far as like uh we've got it out through Rage Breed, but it needs to get out more. Like
yes,
we need to retrack it basically.
right.
So once we do that, we're going to reissue that song retract, and then boom, we're going to keep writing and going from there. We have a couple more that we're working on, and just really trying to get a set list together to where we can get out live again, and I'm going to take
Yeah.
them with me, and we're going.
Man, that is killer, dude. That is so exciting
Yes,
because you know what I think what you got there is you've got a lot of youth and enthusiasm and talent, and then you got somebody
yeah,
behind it, man, the motor behind it with experience and thinking about where we got to go and what we got to do. This is a great recipe for success because you have really somebody there
exactly.
that can be the anchor, and because that's really the hardest part was keeping the band together, keeping everybody in the family being part of it. That really helps to keep it stuck together. So this is a great dynamic. I can't wait to see, man, where this goes. I think it's going to be unbelievable. And
Yes.
already you've got some other news going on, a new relationship with a label. You want to tell me more about that?
Yeah, so Rage Breed Records, man. That's my pal Karina Scher. She's the CEO. She runs it. She's been around since about 1996. She's done, I mean, she's done all kinds of pro level stuff. I mean, talk about like I believe that she talked about Bloodstock over there. Like she's been a big figure over there in the UK
Oh
for
yeah,
many
man, she's
years, and
huge, right?
it's
Yeah.
done work with a lot of like huge label artists. Like
Yes.
and she knows the game. She
Yes, she
knows the
does.
industry very, very well, especially over there in the UK. And then combining forces with me, I just got my LLC and my entertainment company myself, BKEJ Management. I help
Nice.
run the label. I help anything that you need with label work, artist management, I mean, content, the whole nine. So, like, we pretty much joined forces, and she's bringing me in to help her with Rage Breed, and then of course the music. Why not? It fits. Let's
Yeah.
go. We'll throw it on. We'll get it on the label and help grow a legitimate, awesome, beautiful company that's a great stepping stone label that can still work with A-list artists as well any
Right.
day of the week.
Excellent, man. I think you're positioning yourself the right way in today's world. This is a big advice, really, I got for you because this is the reason I started American Metal Magazine is to promote my band Witchkill, which has worked
Yep.
tremendously well, as you can imagine.
Correct.
Everybody, a lot of people know Witchkill now, and it's good to involve yourself in a different means of success when you're in a band. I can't stress it enough. Find different revenues and then, if you have the ability and you have the talent to be able to do management and things like that, then get involved with that because it can really help you. Number one, you can do well in that, but you can also promote a band from within and gives you some reputation points right off the bat. So that's just a great idea, man. I think you're going to do well with that concept, certainly. So,
Yes, I love it. And I tell people all the time, look, the only person that's stopping you is you. You do it.
yeah,
That's the
right.
beauty of living in America. Like you do what you
Yeah,
want to do,
man.
people. That's
You
just
can
how
do
it
what
is.
you
And
want to
and,
do, man. Well,
and
we'll
my heart's
definitely
always been in music and I always loved it. Always loved it.
see that's it. And we touched on it a little bit. I'd like to go back to this because see, a lot of podcasters they talk about influences and they go through, what bands, and that's really interesting as well. But I think it goes further than that. I
Oh yeah.
think that the majority, and it's almost like I've been doing some scientific research here at AMM,
Uh-huh.
man,
Doing that
and
due
talk.
diligence.
Yeah, right. And I've just been, and I started to notice, and we'll push on. But when you were growing up, you had influences, musical influences. Am I
Oh
not
yeah.
right? Well, there you
Oh
go.
yeah,
See, that's what I'm
absolutely.
talking about. Right. Can you tell me about that? What happened when you were young?
All right. So like believe it or not, my roots start out with bands like Molly Hatchet, Leonard Skinner,
Oh yeah,
38
man.
Special.
Yeah.
Like that's where I started in my music ventures was listening to Ricky Medlock and those guys
Yeah.
Steve Gaines just
Yeah.
destroying it on guitar.
Man.
And
Right.
it just that those were where it really those days is where it started for me.
Yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s. I'm an 85 guy.
Hmm.
So, you know, it was, oh man, those dudes were shredders. Like, and those were a lot of the early influence on me. And then I started getting into the stuff that was like, you got into Phil from, Pantera, and
Yeah.
then started listening to those guys and getting into, even heavier bands into today, like Killswitch Engage.
Hmm.
You know, those guys right there were a huge influence on me. Like I love their drummer Justin is fucking fantastic. He's fantastic. He plays naked footed. I mean, come on. I mean, that's a badass drummer. So, those are some of my influences. I like bands like Flaw and you know, Let's see, Nine Lashes is another. I mean, my music is so versatile on what I listen to, but that's really where it started was, Skinner 38,
Oh
ZZ
yeah,
Top. You know what I mean? That's where it really started for me.
yeah, yeah. Molly Hatchet, man, was I think one of those first records that I listened to and was like, "What's this? What is
Yeah,
this?" You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm like, I've got like a whole different feeling coming over me, man. It was
right,
like that
right. Like,
moment,
whoa,
man.
like, whoa. I know it's hit me. That's where, as a musician, you get that feeling, and I totally feel that.
Yeah. I wanted to get up and like run or kick somebody's ass or something listening to it, man. It really energized me, man. I totally recall that moment and other moments
Oh
like
yeah,
that, like Pink Floyd and Black
oh
Sabbath
yeah.
all had me feeling that way. And to tell you the truth, brother, I was really digging on your music, man. It had that to me, it had that same kind of wow,
Yeah,
factor,
it's
man.
it definitely does have the wow effect and just elements. It's got a lot of cool elements in it. The base of it is great, but we're
Yeah,
adding some synth and some keyboard to it to make it
there you
kind
go.
of, sound a little eerier. Like she's got that
Yeah,
powerhouse voice that could be scary and a saving voice at the same
man,
time.
I
So
dig that.
those
Yeah.
elements are definitely there with this group, and
Wow.
it's a newer sounding group. So I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, I want to get in on this.
Yeah, man, I totally can understand that. It's very powerful. You got to listen to, if you're listening to this, man, look, it's on the link. Go to American Metal Magazine. There's a section, there's an article on this band. All you got to do is click on it, go to their links, man, listen to the music, and most importantly, buy the music, man.
Yeah.
These bands, and I can't stress, I try to every episode to try to stress how important it is out there for you to buy the music. Not only is it money, that all
Yeah.
musicians need, man. But it's a lot of moral support. You don't understand how
Right.
important it is when you start making sales, man. It energizes you and it makes you feel like you're moving forward. And so do it out
Yeah.
there, man. Spend a couple of bucks. You're watching this podcast. Don't be cheap. Come
Yeah.
on, Dodson. Don't be cheap.
Yeah, we got the merch shop. We got all of our stuff is right now is through Rage Breed Records.
There you
Earache
go.
is our distributing. You can listen to the music on you. I mean, we got it everywhere pretty much. So we
Right.
got the merch shop, like the links are there. Like you can head over to our page. Our main page is our Facebook page, Abyssal Tremor, on Facebook. And man,
Excellent.
much love.
Much love, much love. Hey, let's get serious for a minute, man. I'm gonna hit you with this one. Okay,
All right.
so what do you think is the biggest struggle that you have to go through right now with the band? What are some of those major obstacles, man, that have just been really hard to overcome?
Right now, I want to say it's probably going to be transportation. Just even getting together sometimes is hard, for rehearsals
Yeah.
and
Oh,
stuff. So, like, it's really some of the basic things. I mean, like, you have a mic go down. It's like, oh, well, dang, I don't have a backup mic. You know what I mean? It's little simple
yeah.
stuff most of the time.
Yeah.
And, you work around it. You find ways to
Yeah.
work around it, and you
Right.
learn to come together as a group and make it happen. And
Yes.
that's a good bonding thing with the group. So yeah, we all go through struggles. All of us in this group, all of people outside of the group. But really start with the easy stuff, the basic stuff. I mean, sometimes it's hard to have gas to meet up with each other.
Yeah. Right,
Sometimes
man.
it's hard to, I got to stop by and grab a pizza for everybody, make sure everybody's fed. And I don't mind because that's what it takes.
Right,
That's what it
man.
takes when
Yeah.
this is a business. You're running a
Yes.
business. Music
It's
is it's that way sometimes, but the love of music comes from the consumer, the people,
right.
and they're the ones who support and look out, and that's why we do it, is for them.
Yeah, right. And I think that's important to realize, man. If you're
Yeah.
listening out there, you can't imagine, you really today especially, it is an all uphill battle all the
Hmm.
way every day to do this. And I know in my band, there's been times I've walked outside the band room and just go, man, this is just every day, man,
Yeah.
banging my head in the wall. But you know what? I turn right back around, I go right back in there, pick up the instrument, and because the love of it, man, you can't imagine what that's like, if you don't play. It's an addiction, man.
I explain it every time someone asks me. It's like, so why do you want to play on stage? Look, man, I have not had a drug in my life that's any stronger than the stage. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
right.
I am so sorry. I
Exactly.
don't care who you are, where you are, especially nowadays. Like, that is so much
Mm-mm.
fun, and it is addicting, and it's a
Yeah,
craft, and oh man, it's awesome.
yeah,
But yeah, some of the basic stuff, man, it's hard to get 4 or 5 people in a room together to jam anyway. But when you can
yeah.
do it and make it happen, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful, right? And I think that, and you've experienced, tell me if you haven't experienced this, man, either on stage or in the band room. It happens a lot too, that there's this energy, man, there's this connection that all of a sudden happens when you're performing, when everything is going right. And it's just like you're part of something that's organic, and you don't have to think about what you're doing. It just works and it comes out right. It's like it, and that energy can flow into the crowd, I have found, and back. And it's
Yes.
just that is an amazing thing, man. Have you ever felt like that, like you had that energy transfer?
The beautiful thing about this, yes, and I see it on a level where most people, you can only see it if you understand it.
Yeah.
If you take these photographers that we have that come around and capture our moments as musicians,
Mm-hmm.
and you go and you look at that picture in time,
Yeah.
that is the best way to explain. I can move a crowd with my microphone. I can
Yeah.
move a crowd with my drumsticks.
Right.
But to feel that raw energy,
Mm-hmm.
ah, so yes, I
Nothing
know
like it. Yeah, I
exactly
know,
what you're
man.
talking about, dude.
You know,
There's
where's my
nothing like
guitar? I
it.
gotta go jam, man. I'm out of here, man. I gotta go play.
Exactly.
I'll see you later. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
it's
know. It's
fucking awesome. Yeah.
it
But
is it
yeah,
is an incredible
take a
thing.
look at those special times. Like, go look at a picture of somebody jamming out, and if you don't feel that energy from even just that moment of time, man,
Yeah.
you got to get out more.
You really got to get out more. And that's what we were saying earlier, that go experience this, man. I can't
Yes.
I can't stress it enough. You could go to American Metal Magazine and their website as well, and pick up on what they're doing, where they're going, find out where these venues are, and go visit them, man. The tickets are inexpensive. The beer is great. And it's usually not too expensive either, on the so it's a great time, man. You're gonna meet some new friends, and you're going to have an experience that's just going to blow your mind, man. You're not going
Yes.
to come away from it with like, man, I didn't know that was still happening, so check it out.
Prepare for a good time. Yeah. You
Prepare
know what
for
I
a good
mean?
time.
Prepare
Absolutely,
for a
dude.
good time.
Absolutely. So let's turn the other side of the coin now. So things are kind of moving forward to you for you guys. You got some forward momentum. The band's coming together well. And I think, with a little bit of push here and there, especially with the music that you're putting out, you might find success, man. You're going to find success. And when that
Yes.
happens, okay, when that happens, what do you think will be the first thing that you want to do? Now, money's not an object anymore. You can play anywhere that you want to play. You're getting offers left and right, man. You can go anywhere. What would you do, man? What would be your attack plan if it was going well?
Okay, what I would do and what I would recommend, and this is what I did. I created my own LLC.
Yeah,
And the reason I did that is because, well, the laws of business.
yeah,
It
right.
protects everything that we do underneath the
Yeah,
LLC.
that's important. It
So,
is.
contract law,
Yeah,
royalties, I mean, you got to think about all that stuff
yes,
when it does come. But the
right.
first thing and very foremost, please look into turning your product into a business so you're
That's
protected.
it. Right. So get your business done, but then what? Would you think that you would tour? Would you go back into the
You
studio?
know, dude, it would be both. I can't even tell you. Like, the first thing I'm going to do is get us a nice, cool fucking bus and go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
think
let's go.
that's what
Like,
you guys need, man.
I'll,
uh,
I'll book them on the road.
get a real big bus where you got the studio in the back. We'll practice on the
Yeah,
way to the first gig, man. You'll never see us
you're
again. We'll
still
go,
running
go, go.
business. It's
Man,
awesome. It's just you're doing it anyway. You might as well do what you need to do. You know what I mean? So hell yeah,
absolutely.
That's exactly what I would do. Yes, let's get a bus. Let's go. I mean, you only get to live once.
Man,
Might as well enjoy it doing some music if you're in that area.
dude, swing by here, pick me up. I'll have my guitar, man. I'll
Yeah,
play guitar for you guys.
yeah,
Let's
that's
go,
what's
man. I'm,
up.
I'm ready. The dude's
That's
ready,
what's
man.
up.
I
That's
got
cool.
it.
That is so
So,
cool.
so let me ask you something, man. Is there somebody out there that's really helped you, man, that you'd like to shout out to and just, man, say special thanks to? You got somebody, family, or anybody that's really helped you? And
Uh,
how would they influence you? How'd they help you?
yeah, definitely want to shout out to my parents first of all. My parents, a lot of kids of my age, even starting young, they couldn't afford instruments. They couldn't, you know what I mean, and their parents really didn't approve or promote it. But
Mm-hmm.
my parents looked at it like I did, as it's an art form. It's a form of art, and it's a perform of whether it's you're an in-home studio guitarist or you're
Mm-hmm.
outside doing 1,000 shows as possible, as many as possible.
Right.
You you just that's just how it is. I mean,
Yeah.
straight up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I I I try to tell people, you know, if you're gonna do it, my parents, you guys let your kids do it. You know what I mean? If you
Right
can, go
on.
out and afford a guitar for them. You know
Support
what I
it,
mean?
man.
Yeah, support it.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
my parents are big influences, and I'm shout out to them. Shout out to every musician I've jammed with. Um, friends, mostly all personal friends, people that I grew up with. Justin Matthews, George McElry, gosh, you know, Corey Gillard. I mean, there's so many, Raheem and all those guys, so many different people that I know, as far as my music goes here in the local scene that I could
Mm-hmm.
give shout outs to. Definitely Karina over at the label, because oh man, she's awesome too. Really good people.
Yeah.
And not really, anybody too personal in my life other than my family and those, close friends that I have, and
Yeah.
my metal friends.
Right. Man, and it's so great to be part of a community like this in the metal scene. A lot of people don't really
Yeah.
realize it's like a family out there. Once you get out there and start hanging out with people and hanging out, especially if you're in bands, you're hanging out outside, talking, exchanging, information and what's going on. So that it's like a really big family out there. Is there a band that kind of stands out for you guys that you've hooked up with before that has just been like there for you, like a band friend or some bands that have
I
been
want to
helpful,
say,
supportive?
so I would want to say, one of my best friends plays in a band called Honor of Thieves, and those guys have always supported me, and we've
Yeah,
always supported them. Like
excellent.
they're probably one of the closest bands that we've ever jammed with the whole time I've played. Not with Abyssal, but of course my whole time from 2010 till today. But
Hmm.
yeah, definitely want to throw shouts out to Honor of Thieves, man. Go check those guys out. They're from Fort Walton or um over in Tallahassee area. Yeah.
Tallahassee. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I think I've heard of those guys, man.
Yeah, Honor of Thieves. Yep.
Yeah,
Those
man,
dudes are
I'm
awesome.
sure I've heard of those guys, man. I probably have him on the show, man. I'm losing it. The dude's
It's
getting too old,
possible.
man. I gotta
Yep.
write shit down. I need notes and stuff for posters. You need to send me a poster so I can put it
Yeah,
everywhere,
right.
so I won't
Just start
forget.
sending
Yeah,
flyers out. Yeah.
yeah. You guys send me the flyers. Well, hey, man, we're gonna wrap this thing up. It has been great having you on the show, man. And I think it's really going to be exciting what happens if you've listened to the music. It's just mind bending, man. And he's with a great label. Karina Shar, thanks so much. Brian Moore, too, man. Good friends of mine.
Yeah, Brian,
And
give
they
shouts
are,
out to
yeah,
Brian too.
Brian. And they're good people, man. And they're going to really help you, man. They're serious, They're
Yeah.
they're the right kind of label to be with, man. That's
Yep.
that's really sincere about what they do. They don't take everybody, man. They take only certain artists that they feel like is worth managing. And then you
Yep.
were you were able to be selected. So congratulations. That's actually big honor, man, to be
Yes.
with
Yeah.
Rage
Yeah.
League.
I am very honored to be a part of that. And
Yeah.
I help Karina with all the Rage Gaming. So we do the gaming podcast every month, and
Oh, gotcha.
we mix metal with the gaming, man. And we get, we try to do everything from
Nice.
helping the little tiny bands to, we do PR packages for for the
Right.
big bands too. So it's
Oh,
like,
well,
you
yeah.
check it out. Like like we got it for everybody. The whole entertainment hub over there with Rage Breed is excellent.
Yeah, man. So, this is a good group of people to be involved with. So if you're listening, listen to the music, but also contact them and
Oh
see
yeah.
how they can help your band out there.
Yeah.
Man, I'm sure they can. I know they can,
Yeah.
but you got to be good now. You can't be a
Yeah. Oh,
slacker.
yeah.
So,
Yep.
man, don't be a slacker, man. Well, hey, listen, we're going to get out of here. But before we do, I need you to do me a solid, man. I need you to give me a big go AMM. Are you ready for that?
Yep.
All right, man. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go!
Go AMM.
Yeah.